Hello and welcome to the Kent ISD Remote Instruction Bootcamp. I'm Ron Hauptman, one of the Ed Tech consultants from Kent ISD. We built this course for you, the professional educator in our service area, to make sure that you felt a little bit more ready to be able to do remote learning when we start the new school year. We got quite a few requests during the pandemic and slightly post-pandemic or wherever we are right now about different ways that we can help our students if we are in a hybrid education environment. So let's talk a little bit about the course and what you're going to do inside here. Okay, from the home page, just a few things to notice. So the first thing is up in the top left-hand corner. If you click these three little lines, sometimes called the hamburger, it's also a sidebar. If you click that, you'll be able to see the different modules and links that are part of this course. This may already be visible to you depending on how wide your screen is that you're using. So this is called responsive design. So it doesn't show up unless you click on it, or if you have a wide enough screen, it'll automatically be there. We want you to make sure to read the four links that we have on the front page. How does this work? Each of these is a pop-down list, and it'll give you some more information. What do I do when I'm done? What's the due date? And who is the Ed Tech team? If you need to contact us for any reason, our email address is located right here. This goes to three of us simultaneously. That's Keith Tramper, Craig Steenstra, and myself, Ron Hauptman. Okay, let's talk about the process of the course for just a second. Let's go up to the top, navigation, and go to the Start Here page. From here, there's a couple things that you should do to really get started. The first one is just make sure you know what the process looks like. So here's our little flowchart about how you're going to progress through the course. Notice again over on the left-hand side, here are your modules that you have. The first thing we want you to do is to make a copy of the course checklist. The course checklist, when you click that link, is going to look like this. This is the homework that you turn in for the entire course. But since it's a template, the first thing you need to do is click Use Template. When you do that, it'll make your very own version of this as a Google Doc. And in this Google Doc, you will see some instructions about what you need to do. But I just want to make sure you understand the process here. So here's your copy of the document. You want to rename this document to your last name and first name after this 2020 remote learning checklist. You just click up here. You can just type your last name right at the last name and first name right at the end of that thing and just save it. So this is your copy. As you go through the course, you're going to be looking at the videos that are in the course. For example, let's go back to preparing your students. We'll start here. You will see a video for this particular module or any of the other ones. It might be a different resource. You're going to watch that video. There is a link to the right of each one of these modules that allows you to get your notes, resources, and deliverables. So those deliverables, if I click on that, it'll open up a new page. This is kind of your instruction page for each piece. So if I'm in Preparing Your Students Remote Learning Overview, which was this one right there, that introduction, there's going to be a question that you're going to answer. So after watching the overview, what sort of concerns do you have? You will take and type your response from this nice little instruction sheet into your checklist, into question number 1. You're going to kind of walk through the entire module that way using those videos and resources from each one of the pages. Okay. When you are completely done, like you are ready to turn this in, and notice the date, no later than September 8, 2020, down at the very bottom of this particular set of checklists, you'll see this. To receive your sketch credit, make sure to complete the course completion form. But before you do that, I want you to notice one more thing. When you are completely done, share this with edtech@kentisd.org. This will be a trigger for the three of us to know that you're done with this, and we can go through and check your information. And the way you do that is click share, and then you're going to type in that address because this is yours, edtech@kentisd.org, and click done. Just make sure that we have the ability to view that. Hey, at the very bottom, when you're done, the course completion form, that'll take you to a page that looks like this. You will need a few little pieces of information for your form. So one of them is how many sketches that you're going to take this particular course for. So again, add up the number of sketches off your checklist. You go down to the bottom, you're going to click next after you've read all that. I'm sure you did. put your PIC number in, all the other information that you need, sign it electronically, just have to type your name, and click submit. Once you do that, we will get a notification that you have filled that in. We will double check against your checklist, and then we will tell our sketch monitor to award credits to you. And then a little bit later, you'll get a nice email from the Michigan Department of Education asking you to fill out a survey so that you can get awarded sketches. This may take up to 30 days after you've taken the course to be able to get that email from the MDE. So you want to make sure you keep an eye out for it. But sometimes it takes a little bit just because many of the MDE people are on furlough currently, and there are some additional processing times. If you have any questions about how all this works, make sure to check the How Does This Work page. You'll see that the exact same thing we just went through are listed here. If you really get stuck, make sure to email us at edtech@kentisd.org. And again, we're glad to have you in the course, and we're happy to help.